Hi, I'm David Barber from rockoncolorado.com and Commotion Internet Promotion, and I'm here with another Music Biz podcast. This is the first one that we're doing video on. We'll see how that goes. This one is called What to Do If You Think You're Being Ripped Off by a Venue. So, you just played a show, and when you go to settle up with a manager, he gives you a whole lot less than you were expecting, or maybe nothing. What do? Can you do anything? You know, there's a lot of things to think about here. Okay, the answer is it depends. Okay, but let's talk about what it depends on and where that might lead you. Okay, first off, you need to be calm. You get angry, and making threats isn't going to help anybody, and it's probably just going to make things worse. Okay? If you can, stay calm, stay cool, and reason it out like adults, that's going to go a long, long way. If you get upset and angry and yelling and screaming, you're probably not going to get anywhere. It's not going to help. Okay? In fact, it's probably going to hurt. Could end up getting you arrested or beat up or God knows what. So, first thing you want to determine is what's the situation. Maybe you go back, talk to your band, and you guys discuss things a little. Okay, first off, was there an agreement ahead of time? Okay, was there a contract, a written contract? If so, where is it? I mean, that can short circuit a whole lot of things. I've been in a position to pay a lot of bands, and a lot of bands do have a written contract. And, the booking guy forgot to let me know that there was a contract, so I go pay the band what I think is the regular amount, and they go, no, we got a contract that says this. I check out the contract, I check with the booking guy, it's all cool, okay? That is simple miscommunication, and it can happen on the venue side just as easily as on the band side. Okay? If there is no contract, or it's just a verbal agreement, something like that, you got to ask first, who booked the gig? Was it you? Was it another guy in the band? Was it a booking guy? Is whoever it is who booked that gig there? Because if not, can you get him on the phone? Okay, what really happens a lot is there are details and facts where you think maybe you're going to get, say, $300 for the gig, but the real deal is you're going to get $300 if 100 people came in to see you. And, that leads to the next question. How many people came to the show? Did they come to see you? Does the venue care? Were there exceptional circumstances? Did it snow 6 feet and nobody came? Was it flooding? Is it Christmas Day and nobody showed? I mean, these things happen, and really you should think about them before you accept the gig. But if you're at the gig and nobody thought about it, or you can't plan for a blizzard or hurricane, you can't. So these things happen. Okay? We already mentioned this. Were you an opening act or a headliner? Did you play the whole night, or did you just play 45 minutes? Maybe less. Here's another important question. Is this a crappy little dive in the middle of nowhere, or is it a huge big city venue? Are you thrilled? Are you opening for a huge national act, or is this some stupid little dive out in podunk nowhere, and you may never come back and you don't care? That's an important thing to think about. Who are you dealing with? Is this a door guy, a venue manager? Is it the booking guy? Was there an independent promoter in between? Okay, whoever you guys dealt with needs to be in the loop, and likewise, whoever's on the other end needs to be there. Don't just talk to a waitress or bartender unless you have to. And even then, ask him if he can call that other person who did the booking. Because you never know when there's just a simple misunderstanding or miscommunication. These things happen. Here's something else that's very important. What is your state? Okay, are you drunk? Are you high? Are you angry? Did other things happen that pissed you off or pissed them off that had nothing to do with the pay, hopefully? Because that can complicate things as well, obviously. So, once you got all those questions answered, you know what the situation is, communicate. First, maybe amongst the band yourself, gather all these facts, figure out where you're at, get as much information from the first-hand people as you can, and then just go over and talk with this person who's paying you. If you go over there polite and calm and say, hey, look, I think there's been a misunderstanding. It was our understanding that we were supposed to get $300, and so paying us $50, we don't understand this, and we'd like to straighten this out. I guarantee if you go up with that attitude, they're going to talk to you. And if you're a good band and you played well and you brought a crowd, they're going to want to sort it out with you. They're going to want you to leave happy. Probably. There are situations where venues routinely screw over bands, and you need to watch out for that, especially if you're on the road. Because what are you going to do? Come back to town and take them to court? That's tough to do. Okay, now, most of the venue people deal with these kind of misunderstandings on a regular basis, and if you don't understand what's happening or how they came up with the number they're paying you, ask them, and they will explain it to you. They probably do it all the time, and it could be a bad sign if they've got a lot of misunderstandings, but there's probably something that you simply aren't aware of that factored into it. The answer might be as simple and frustrating as, this is what the boss told me to give you. Or it could be so complicated that you're going to need a calculator to figure it out. But either way, let them explain it, okay? But leave your attitude at home, okay? This is a professional business arrangement. They're not personally pissed off at you. This is not a judgment on your art or your music. It's, hey, you guys did a job for us. We're going to pay you. Hopefully there's an agreement ahead of time that says how much they're going to pay you or under what circumstances they're going to pay you a varying amount. And both sides just need to understand what all went down. So leave the attitude in the trailer, okay? Leave it in the van, leave it at home. You can bitch about it later, and if it's really unpleasant, just don't play there again. It's that simple. It's a given in this business that you're probably not going to get what you feel your show is worth. Okay? You don't need to explain that. You don't need to explain that you spent $1,500 on your guitar amp, or that you spent hundreds of hours rehearsing and perfecting your art. That's a given. Just stick to the facts. What was the agreement made at the time of the booking? How many people came to the show? Were you supposed to be paid a flat amount, or split from the door, or what? Are they going to take out money for the sound, to pay the sound guy? Are they taking out to pay a light guy? Are they taking out for security? These are all common things that some venues will take out for before they pay you.